Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Hopelessly Bedrock SMP. We are starting today at the Zombie XP spawner farm that we created last time. The reason that we're starting here is my pickaxe is a little low, so I would like to mend it for the job that we have ahead of us today. At the end of the last episode, I mentioned that I had found a skeleton spawner in between streams. So today, we are actually going to take the time to set that up. The process will be extremely similar, but I feel I should go through it again just to show that you can use this same method for both different types of spawners. So, that being said, hello everyone! Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to repair my tools. Okay, folks, well that is excellent. We are done. Pickaxe is fully mended. So, like I say, I'll meet you guys at the skeleton spawner. Welcome back, everyone. And we've made it to the skeleton spawner. So, we can see the skeleton spinning around happily inside. And as you'll notice, I've actually already done a little bit of the pre-work for this particular spawner farm. So I've gone ahead and I've already extended everything out by 4 blocks. And I double counted this time to make sure that we didn't make the same mistake that we made last time. So also as well, like last time, we have 3 blocks above, which again is great. The spawner would be block number 4, so we are still going to have to dig down the 5 blocks. So I'm going to go ahead, I will do that part, and again, we will meet back here when all is said and done. Okay, welcome back, people. The digging is done. We now have our initial 9x9 area. The next thing that we're going to do is we are going to dig, first of all, the trench for the mobs to be shuffled into will be back here. And then the hole for them to fall down will be down in this corner over here. But before we do that, I normally don't, take a ton of time to make these things look pretty, because to me the inside doesn't really matter, but this dirt wall, that just won't do. That I do want to take some time and at least get rid of the dirt wall. Now, before I start digging down below, I do want to see if I can get these torches out of here right away. We have the spawner itself all torched up, and if I don't get these out now, it could end up being a pain getting rid of them later when we put the water in. Alright, so that one I'll get last when we make our exit. Right, so the next thing, like I say, it will be the trench back here. So just one block down. That's all you need. So for those that don't know, a bucket of water will travel for 8 blocks before it will come to a stop. So when we put water back here, it's going to travel right up this channel and it will stop before it gets to this block. And this will actually be the hole where the mobs fall down. So before we start digging downward, I am going to take another moment to go ahead and create ourselves an infinite water source to make it easier when we have to put the water in a little while. So making an infinite water source is really easy. Dig yourself in a 1x3 hole. I usually just dig it right into the wall here where we're going to be placing the water. Make sure you do have some buckets of water on you. As you can see, I have a few. We're going to need 2. So we take one, we put it in on the left side. We take the other, and we put that in against the right side. And by doing so, creates the infinite water source. So you can see now, when we fill up this bucket, it just automatically replaces itself. Okay. So, let me eat, and then we are going to start digging down. Now, as we go down this time, we are going to be a lot more cautious. Last time going down, we did fall into some lava. So let's try to avoid that this time, and yeah, see if we can stay alive. So the next part of this will be to go back down and we will finish setting up the killing chamber. Then we will come back up top and we will start laying our water. Here we are back in the kill chamber. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll take the time and we'll set this up right now. All right, so what we're going to need, let's get the materials we're going to need in our hotbar. So that's going to be some chests, some hoppers, and a furnace. All right, now to start things off, we're going to want a chest right here. In the back of this chest, we are going to want a hopper. This one can be a little tricky to place, so you're going to have to come in behind. If you're playing on Xbox like I am, make sure you press B to crouch. So that way when you jump, your cursor will be on the chest and you'll have no issue placing your hopper. Like that. All right. So that's actually it for the kill chamber pieces. This part here will end up being blocked off. And like I say, over here, we are going to want a furnace system. The first thing that we are going to want here is a chest. That'll be to collect everything that smelts. Next is a hopper into the back of that chest. So again, get behind it, push B to crouch. There's the hopper. Top of that, we want a furnace. Off the side of this furnace over here, we're going to want another hopper. So you're going to have to crouch to place this. Top of that hopper, we want a chest. That's for the fuel. All right, now we are going to have to take out at least one more block right up here. Reason being is if we do not, when we put the chest up here, we won't be able to open it. So we do have to take out that guy right there. Just that guy. All right, so next is the hopper. Oh, and again, you will have to press B to make sure you're crouching when you jump to do this. But it should go on just like that. And then chest on top of that hopper. Right, so all your items to smelt go into this chest. They get sucked down into the furnace. Fuel goes into here, which again also gets sucked into the furnace. When everything is all said and done, it's all smelted. It gets outputted to this chest down here. Very, very quick, simple setup. Okay, well, one other thing we can do actually is we can put a block right there. That'll be to hold in the adult skeletons. And of course, there is no baby skeletons, so this time we actually do not have to worry about a slab. In the zombie spawner, we would put a slab here, because if we didn't, the baby zombies would be able to get out and attack you. But with skeletons, there is no baby, so we do not have to worry about the slab. By having this block right here, though, it's going to keep us out of eyesight and not allow the skeletons to blast at you while you're hacking them. Alright, so with that, the kill chamber is officially done. Right, so that's the entire kill chamber filled in. Right, and that's the floor put back together. Oh, look at what I did, folks. Look at what I did. I put everything back one too far. So, that being said, that was very silly of me. So give me one moment. We have to fix that. Hopper should not be there. This is not the right hole. It's actually this one. So that being said then, we are going to need some additional blocks to shore this up to make sure that nothing gets out. All right, so that's that. And that's that. Now the good thing is we do have a couple spaces here, so I can actually take out, ooh, gotta be careful doing that. Actually take out those two blocks. And it gives me a little extra drop space, actually. Or it gives us a little extra drop space. So that doesn't actually work out too bad, having to make that switch. We gained a spot out of it. Okay, so again, when you're placing the hopper, make sure you crouch, jump, put it in. And that will be the right place for the hopper. Yeah, so in this case, it'll actually be 2 blocks, because the skeletons are going to show up right there. So I can actually take that block out, and then we could have a perfect shot at them right there. Okay, so now we'll pillar back up, filling this in as we go. All right, and now we also have to fill this in. Okay, and there we have it, folks. That is the initial setup done. All right, so the next piece will be our water. All right, so first bucket goes here up against this block. Watch it flow, and it stops right before the hole, exactly like we want. So fill your bucket back up. Now all the next ones are going to go back against this line. We're going to start in this corner. We're going to go across. And the way we're going to place it is we're going to start right here in the very corner. So right here. Then we're going to skip this block. And then starting from this block all the way across to the other side. We have all our water placed. So since we have it lit up a little better this time, you can see that the water starts from the back wall. So when the skeletons fall out of when they spawn from the spawner, they're going to land in the water. It's immediately going to push them back into this channel. And then from there, this channel of water is going to push them to the corner where they are again going to fall down the hole. And I'm going to be down below hacking at their bony knees, taking all that XP. Now, before we go, I almost forgot, we do need to fill in our water source. So go ahead and grab some blocks and fill in your infinite water source. So that's that filled in. Now we go to our makeshift staircase. Make sure you break the blocks behind you before you get too high. And by doing that, you can place some blocks now in front of you to get up to the next parts. So like that, and like that. And of course you might want to place a few more blocks over here just to give yourself a little bridge. Oh. Okay, now the next thing to do, or the last thing to do, is take out the torches on the spawner. Alright, so I fell. So that being said, let me put down a couple more blocks and we'll get back up there. Just a sec, folks. Oh. Okay. There we go. No time, no time. Who fell? Wasn't me. Alright. So, like I say, take out the blocks behind you. Don't worry about all the stuff falling in the water. You'll be able to retrieve all that because it'll be in the chest down below. Okay. Now I put this torch out here, so if all goes well, the moment that I break this torch, we'll be able to see some skeletons spawn pretty much immediately. There we go. Alright, now we'll take that out. And that out. There we go. Now we have a nice dark room for the skeletons to spawn. Once you have all your torches taken out, make sure that you destroy any blocks that you put in here for a bridge. Because by all rights, you should never have to come back into this room again. Oh. Oh, one thing I forgot. To put a slab on top of the spawner. So, that being said, I need to go back and make myself a slab or two just to do that. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll do that, and I will be right back. Alright folks, and I'm back. I have some slabs. Go ahead and put one right on top. Voila, like that. So now, moving forward, the skeleton that we seen spawn on top of the spawner, that will no longer happen, and they will all just fall right into the pit. So we'll take that torch out. This block, this block, this block, and that torch. So grab your blocks, seal it in. You know, technically, you should never have to go in that room again now that we're done the initial setup. But if for some reason you ever have to, it's as simple as mining out these 2 blocks. Yeah, so let's go back down. We'll see what we got building up. Looks like we have lots and lots of legs. So let's hack these guys all down, and then we are going to get back to the surface, where to finish off today's episode, I'm going to give you a bit of an update as to what I've been up to on the surface, and as well, we'll talk about what is upcoming for the next episode. So, let's hack away. Alright, so now that they're all dead, I'll meet you back on the surface. Okay, so not much has changed up here on the surface, except for this over here. What is this, you wonder? Well, this is actually my fishing hut. So most of the build is done. I am just working on the top roof, or the final roof structure. So I do intend, or that'll be done by the time we get to the next stream. We'll take another look at it to see how it looks. From the inside, here's our fishing pool. It is a 5x5. I have to get down in there, or should I say 5x5x5. I have to get down in there, of course. I'll get rid of that dirt. We'll replace that with some stone. But so far, so good. My dirt scaffolding up here, I didn't have a lot of string to make regular scaffolding. So that's going to have to change soon when we find a spider spawner or set up an iron farm. So for now, we'll use some dirt. However, I'm really happy with how this project has come along. I have been doing some fishing in there so far, and it's actually been really good. I do have a fishing rod with both Lure 3 and Luck of the Sea 3. It also has some mending, so that rod has actually been treating me very, very well and has gotten me some great stuff. So in the next episode, again, we'll have another update on this, where if all goes well, this will be finished, and you'll be able to see the completed product. Alright, now the other thing that I wanted to discuss before we end today's episode is what we're going to be up to in the next episode. Behind these blocks here are the villagers. So, I've been a very busy beaver when it comes to setting up my villagers. I have a guy for pretty much all the main trades that I want. We're going to use these 10 guys. Besides our trading partners, we're also going to use them as our loyal subjects in an iron farm. So that'll be real nice to get that set up so we can start pumping out some iron, so we no longer have to worry about making hoppers and such, which have, you know, a really large cost. Things like minecarts also have a large cost. So by getting an iron farm, we'll be able to just make that stuff at will. And as well, we'll be able to look forward to making a beacon. I do not have a beacon as of yet. I do already have a bunch of wither skulls, so I'll take some time in the end as well to set up a few withers. We'll get ourselves some nether stars. Then from there, we can get our beacon. Alright, so I'm not going to break out the entire wall. I don't want any of these guys to escape by mistake. I just wanted to show you, though, that we do have some villagers in here. And these are the guys that we're going to be putting to work in the iron farm. Alright, so next I'm going to take you over and show you the pool that I already have dug out. So I'll meet you guys there. Alright, and here we are in the pool for the iron farm. Now this pool is dug directly below the villagers. This spot here marks out where the kill chamber will be and where it will go down by about 9 blocks or so. Again, right up above here are the villagers. So in our next episode, we're going to spend some time finishing the setup of this. And when it all is said and done, we'll show it in operation and talk about the rates that you can expect from an iron farm setup such as this. Alright, so again, I do want to thank you for stopping by today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. It would really help the channel along. But until then, stay tuned, and bye!